Okayama International, 15 minutes, GR86. Let's go. The pace car pulls off and the leaders just take off, which I wasn't expecting, so we don't get the best jump at the start and we end up falling back to 8th. I don't have the most experience racing the GR86, but the more I do it, the more fun it becomes. I gained some ground in the first turn and were able to stay relatively close with the pack. Coming into the Williams turn, I get a good exit and I'm able to catch up to the number 7 car going into the S. I probably should have stayed more in his bumper on this long straight to keep a draft, but for some reason I just didn't. Then coming into Hobbs' corner, I was just not expecting him to brake as much as he did there, and I end up tapping him in the back. I think he just pulls off to the side after that. I originally thought I'd spun him and I felt really bad, but watching the replay I'm not entirely sure what happened. We make our way through Revolver, and on this little straight I'm gaining some ground, but the number 2 car just jumps in front of us, causing me to have to slam on the brakes. I go wide through Redman, which my mistake might have actually saved me from another incident. Down in these lower splits, you never know what will happen on the first lap, and we'll see the number 9 car just steer right toward the fence. Coming down the main straight, I have the number 2 car right alongside me. Based on our last interaction with him, I kinda figure he's gonna be aggressive, so I take the outside line and just let him pass me. I've learned to kinda just let the more aggressive people pass me. They either have better pace, and there's no point in being super defensive in the first few minutes of a race, or they eventually wreck out and I get the spot back anyway. As we continue on, the number 16 car has been catching us through each corner. He takes the inside line and passes us. Coming out of Revolver, I thought I had enough of my car next to him where I could take the inside, and we end up making contact and he loses it. This was pretty much the highlights for the first few laps of the race, so we'll pick it back up on lap 6. The number 10 car caught up and is making a run on me in the main straight, which is successful, and he'll slot right in front of me going into the first turn. The number 2 car must have lost it a little, and we see him off to our left. At this point, I'm just looking to settle back into a decent pace and try to stay with the cars in front, but the number 15 car has been gaining on us pretty quickly. He's going to get right up on us into Hobbs and tap us, and then it looks like the number 2 just turns into the number 10 car up ahead. We try to go left, but we get tapped. So now we have the number 2 and the number 15 right behind us. I know they're faster and I don't want to risk getting caught up in a crash, so I try to give as much space as I can while staying on a predictable line for them. Eventually they pass, and my plan is just to hang behind them as best I can. Into turn 1, the number 15 goes a little wide, so I get alongside him for the William and the S and find myself in front of him. Going into the long straight, I know he's going to have a better run than me, and based on how he was in the last laps, that he's going to be super aggressive coming into Hobbs. Out of the corner of my eye, I see him coming, and I try to give him as much space as he can, and he just dive bombs the number 2 car. From here, I try to stay as close as I can to the number 2, as we only have a few laps left, and if I can manage to capitalize on a mistake of his, I might be able to snag the position from him late in the race. Coming out of the last corner, he just pulls off to the side a little for some reason, so we'll take it. He does eventually catch up the following lap, but at that point the race is over.